is certainly on a high with the result from the last match with Camperdown, and they probably are excited to go into this game and probably win.
Well, Camperdown looking to make a surge up the table of their own. Woomers now closest to them as they moved into third position. So this one definitely will be one to watch. Let's head upstairs now to our commentary team of Donald Oliver. He's sitting in a chair now, and he's still joined by Dean Smith and Chris Taylor.
Thank you very much, Gerard. Yeah, we're looking forward to this one. Camperdown, of course, they were on the wrong end of that 9-2 score line. They were missing a few players. I spoke with Coach Donovan Loftus a little bit earlier, and he admitted that this is Camperdown as their strongest. So we can expect an improved performance from them. They anticipate making a charge up the table, and we suspect that they may try and do so starting with this matchup with Mona, which has been one-sided in the past. Mona were on the losing end on quite a few occasions. We go back as far as 2012, Camperdown with 3-0 and 4-0 wins. In 2019, Camperdown with a 1-0 win, and as well as in that return fixture as well. It is only this season that the tables really turned, and boy, it overturned with Camperdown losing by 9-2. They now seek to charge on the table. They are on 8 points, Camperdown, and they are in fourth position. They have Heidel and Wolmer's in relatively close proximity. We already think that Mona High, they are through to the next round, and as a matter of fact, I think I can confirm that they are through to the next round, so they are going to be taking it pretty easy. They are sole leaders on 18 points after some 6 matches played. So yeah, it's in Camperdown's hands this afternoon. The question is, how will they approach it, because they still have memories of that 9-2 defeat.
Yeah, certainly they have hard memories, you'd imagine, because this Mona team, they certainly pack a lot of punch. Camperdown, the last time we saw them on a televised match, that team would have drew with Heidel. Only one change that I'm seeing to that started lineup, where Jamara Johnson, the number 13, comes in, and they'll definitely want to hold at bay Mona, that have been free scoring all across the season.
They are considered to be one of the favorites, one of the heavy favorites in fact, and they have really impressed this year. Camperdown, of course, as I mentioned, seeking to bounce back, make a mark themselves, and wow, what are we expecting this afternoon? We pause for the playing of the national anthem. So the teams go across to meet each other. Mona, of course, in their, well, they usually are in full black. They were in full black the last time they faced off with Camperdown, and now they are wearing white tops and black shorts. Camperdown in their traditional colors, blue and red. We're going to take a look at the starting lineups shortly, but this could be a really exciting game as we take a look at the officials in charge of this one. Rolanda Daly is the one in the middle. Wilbur Glenn Lamy is the fourth official. Andre Smith, Romara Francis, they are the assistant referees. As we take a look at the Camperdown lineup first, because this is in fact their home game. Hwayne Jones, Ramon Francis, Nashawn Miller, Daquan Brown, Junior Grizzle, Devontae McCrea, Jardel Williams, Rajay Gray, Jamara Johnson makes his debut this season, the number 13 for Camperdown, the attacking midfielder. Ronil Gordon and Shelton Ricketts complete the lineup for Coach Donovan Loftus.
3-5-2 is what Camperdown will be playing. As I said, Grizel, their number 7, McCrae, number 9, and Williams, their number 10, joint leading goal scorers with 2. That's their best chance up front for Camperdown.
Devontae McCrae wears the captain's armband for Camperdown on the left, and goalkeeper Akeem Bernard, who's had a couple of goals to his name, is the captain of Mona High. Last minute instructions from technical director Craig Butler. This is how they'll line up. As I mentioned before, Bernard is in goal. Dante Peralto, Donhue Mitchell, Damoy Whitfield, Adriano Vassell, Romarion Thomas, who scored a scorcher in the last televised game with Mona against Wilmers, Robina Gordon, Marlon Cunningham, Carlton Brown, Siobhan Stevenson, and Matthew Hebert.
4-3-3 is how they'll line up. Total football is the plan by Craig Butler. And let's see if Camperdown can find some inroads into that back line of Mona. But 12 goals for Donhue Mitchell, their centre back, and number 5 for Mona. And amazingly scoring a hat-trick in the last game as well in that 6-0 win. So he has 12. Zane Pinnock, their leading goal scorer last season, has 9 this season, and Romarion Thomas 6.
Pinnock is on the bench, by the way, and I can tell you that Donhue Mitchell has been asked to play up front this afternoon, so this could be interesting as Camperdown trying to make their first impression in this game. And first impression is a clearance into touch. So there's Donovan Loftus. As Camperdown trying to get the ball further inside the box, and it's put behind for a corner kick. Earlier the piece here. Really warm conditions at Excelsior. Thank goodness that the sun is not with us anymore. On the ground though, you can feel the humidity. There is Donovan Loftus.
Interesting to see the defensive resilience of this Mona team with their standout defender up front now.
Ricketts sends this one inside the box. It's headed away. Ricketts will have another chance to deliver once he controls. Does well. Ricketts needs a good ball inside the area. Gets another corner kick. Shelton Ricketts, he has 2 assists to his name. Right start by Camperdown. Craig Butler watching on intently. It is going to be interesting if they face a team stubborn at the back and don't mind attacking, as this one is whipped inside. They have another chance here. Camperdown hugging the possession. Will Mona be able to withstand the early storm here? That went out into touch.
Mona certainly had a bright start in their last televised game against Wilmers. Not so much gloss in the early encounter for them in this match. Camperdown certainly having their own strength.
Dante Peralto sends this one inside and didn't manage to get a head on to that one. Donhue Mitchell looking for his 13th goal this season.
Very good in the air, Donhue Mitchell. Last televised game he played at centre back. Today playing as a centre forward. 12 goals to his name, 2 assists. As you said, Craig Butler, his motto, total football. The tactic made popular by Johan Cruyff.
Stevenson plays this one inside, gets a return ball from Matthew Hibbert.
Or should I say the philosophy?
Mona trying to respond with a bit of possession of their own, and no issues there for Owain Jones.
If you think about the game against Wolmer's though, they did give quite a few opportunities at the back.
Well, here they are trying to create another opportunity of their own. There are 3 players rushing inside the penalty box, and keeper will mop up there. Owain Jones, no issues for him.
And those chances that were created, most of them were thwarted by Mitchell. If you remember in that game, who won the Man of the Match award as well, Donhue Mitchell. But he's now not in the defensive rank. So I'm wondering now if Camperdown can get things together. Can they really exploit that change? He was the one that saved Mona quite a bit against Wolmer's. Mitchell. No Mitchell in the back line today.
The games are coming thick and fast. I'm not surprised that with Mona's dominance in the group that they have changed things up a little bit. Rotating players. Philip also not starting, and he scored a couple of goals in that first encounter as Hibbert plays this one inside, looking again for Donhue Mitchell.
I'm sure they've just decided to rest Pinnock and use him off the bench as maybe an impact player. And he did have a slight injury the last time we saw him as well. Played the entire game in the end, but we were wondering how, considering he was hobbling along. Didn't come off until the end of the game actually, or nearing the end of the game. Hibbert, who was injured coming into the last encounter, looks like he's fit enough so he gets the start. Real bustling play up front, the 21 in the center of your screen now.
Camperdown. Gray missed out again. Peralta trying to put that one forward. He's looking for Mitchell, who eventually gets it. Hibbert ran into traffic. It'll go the other way. Jardel Williams goes long, and the keeper is closest to it.
Jardel Williams was one who scored the blinder to grab the equalizer against Hydel. Their number 10. Williams, what a strike that was from outside the 18. One-time strike as well. It was a beauty.
Matthew Hibbert seems to be down. He's on the screen there for Mona.
And he's definitely down. And coming off of injury, that would be a bit of a concern as well for Butler and company.
Had a knee.
Yeah, and you can see him there.
Yeah, they're saying that he needs to be subbed.
Oh, wow. Not the kind of news that either Butler or Hibbert would have been hoping for, and yeah, that doesn't look good for him. So you'd think it would be Pinnock then,
Or the number 7, Shane Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it is Gordon. They're number 7.
Has 3 goals and 6 assists to his name. Zane Pinnock has 9 goals to his name. But it seems as if they may go with Shane Gordon to come onto the park. We just hope for Mona's sake that he recovers quickly. Still a lot of the season to go for him to try and make an impact. So for now, Mona playing with 10. Camperdown, can they capitalize? Ricketts now on this right hand side. Junior Grizzle ignoring Jardel Williams.
Scored the winner against Wolmer's, Grizzle, in that 1-0 victory. That was a big victory for them over the boys from Hero Circle. 2 losses in a row for Wolmer's, and it has opened up the table because of that, even though they're still in second position. But more opportunity now for the likes of Camperdown and Hydel to make inroads. So 4 points in their last 2 games, Camperdown, and signs of them gaining some momentum and getting stronger. That man Grizzle with the important winner there, number 7.
Haven't made the change just yet, Mona.
Yeah, they're still with 10. Camperdown with the possession, trying to play through the channels and rush in the play, but Mitchell able to grasp that one. Robinho Gordon at the back trying to clear.
Played right back in the last match, or left back actually. Now playing centre half. But that's the idea behind the total football, your ability to play all kinds of positions. Usually the rotation happens during the game, but they have started with the changes.
One thing about Craig Butler is that when he says something, he actually means it. When he speaks about developing the players and they play all round the park, as a challenge coming in, really good one from Gordon in fact, and Mona trying to come forward now, unable to do so. Camperdown will try and respond. There was a late challenge coming in from Adriana Vassell. Looking for additional yard of space there, ball sent inside from Gordon. Miller. Too much on it. Too much from Devontae McCrae, the number 9. A couple of goals to his name, has an assist as well.
I think Loftus will be a lot happier with the start Camperdown have made so far this afternoon. I actually think I like how they're trying to connect. They look a lot more confident. The connectivity between the players are a lot better. Yes, that pass was overhit, but you could see the idea behind it. Battling for the ball a lot more as well. Look a lot more physical, Camperdown. So obviously a lot of confidence gained in the last 2 matches. They need all of it this afternoon if they're to keep out Mona. This has certainly been the best of Mona I can remember in terms of results and how well they have done last season and a half.
Mitchell trying to get there. Interception was a good one. Ramon Francis was in the way. Was he tripped on the edge of the box? He continues though. Romarion Thomas. Mackenzie. It's out wide now. And Siobhan Stevenson couldn't quite get it under his control. It's a goal kick to Camperdown High.
Certainly seen the pressing system of Mona, especially in that particular sequence of play. Really trying to close down the Camperdown defenders, trying to clear their lines. They were able to do it on that occasion. See there, well, seems to be...
He's given a corner.
Corner, yeah.
The linesman had signaled for a goal kick. Central referee overruling.
Well, here is the corner kick for Mona. Delivered and put behind for another set piece. Another corner kick to Mona High. O'Neal Gordon doing some defensive duty for Camperdown. So that's Shane Gordon, 3 goals to his name. Comes on to replace Matthew Hibbert. Here's a delivery again. Just managed to get a touch on it, but the whistle went. And free kick has been awarded to Camperdown. Nice take by Ricketts. Williams almost provided the give and go with Ricketts. Still a throw into Camperdown. and we're not seeing the type of cohesion that we've witnessed when Mona is on the ball in past games. Of course, with the changes made to the starting lineup and of course positions, don't expect it to be free-flowing. Here comes Camperdown trying to pounce and just ran out of real estate, although he was cut down right in front of the referee, and a free kick has been given. O'Neal Gordon on the end of that infringement from behind. Yep, free kick to Camperdown.
You get the feeling that these set pieces could be something that separates both teams.
Ricketts is there, McRae's there, Jardel Williams is there. Well, he was. It's McRae! Wonderful save! He had to go down low to make the stop, Hakeem Bernard. But it was really well hit by Devontae McRae, who was seeking his third goal this season. Look at the save.
Really good stuff from Hakeem Bernard, the goalkeeper there.
Ball sent inside the box and it's skied over the top. Camperdown there, getting their chances.
That was heading up to the PE department there. Nearly pays Xavier Gilbert a visit, but yeah, lovely save low down, and you would have seen it late, Bernard, and that made it even better, the save, because it went through the wall, and as I said, with that pace, and it was always
here's
going
a
away
chance
from
now. Mitchell trying to control and couldn't quite get the ball under his spell there. It's an interesting encounter so far. Mona trying to break free, ball over the top. Peralta trying to take it down with the outstretched boot. Dante Peralta just out of his reach. Mona trying to give as much as they're getting at the moment, and they have to do some defending now. Carlton Brown back there defending O'Neal Gordon, the catch of the 16s. Williams sends this one inside, booted away by Robinho Gordon. Peralta trying to win the header. And Kishane Gordon in the thick of the action now, moving away from the opposition, sending it into Mitchell. He's thinking of a shot again, you know, it's wide of the mark. We've seen him put up something spectacular, Romarion Thomas, before. On that occasion, the direction was lacking.
Had a couple last season, and certainly this quarter from 35 yards in the match. Second goal for them in their matchup against Wolmer's of high significance, high memory, yeah.
Kicked one just after the goal as well, that fizzed past the upright, and we thought it would have been a second for him. His technique is very consistent.
Ball played along that channel, and it was too far in front of Shelton Ricketts on that occasion.
You mentioned the two last season, and of course he was joint leading goal scorer Zane Pinnock with 4 last season. He is better that this season. He now has 6. So improvement shown. He's also gotten a little bit more creative as well. He has 4 assists to go with it. So all-round player now, Thomas, maturing nicely, the number 8.
They have to retake that. Ball rotating. Ball sent to the edge of the box. McCray trying to pull out the spectacular. Not the most convincing clearance. Williams picks it up, sends it out wide. And the shot is over the top, trying to get over it. Junior Grizzle got more under it and skied it.
Again, Mona showing vulnerability on the left side of their defense. That's where Wolmer's had joy in the previous game. Look at this here. Good movement by Camperdown. I like the build-up again. Grizzle, as I said, he scored a win against Wolmer's in the last game with the attempt there over the bar. But both himself and McCray causing a lot of problems. McCray, a good point man for them. Always willing to go high, collect on the chest. He has good touch. Maybe a little bit ambitious with the strikes that he tries. But in him, you have a strong presence up front, the number 9, that can hold the ball for you. And you'd like to think against Mona, you are going to give up the possession to Mona. So it's when you have the ball on a few occasions, you need to be able to keep it and then create something for yourself on the counter.
Thomas. There's a foul there on him. Free kick to Mona. They are not afraid to send the players forward. Damoy Whitfield is behind this one. He has 5 assists to his name so far this season. Can he help himself to another? Or go himself? Ambitious. But Wayne Jones was in the right position. Here's a transition from Camperdown, and he was just trying to switch the play there. And trying to make the hurried play, Shelton Ricketts, but was inaccurate with his passing.
Good intention there. If that had gone on, it would have been a defense splitting pass. But accuracy is so key, especially in the final third.
Kyle Butler, assistant coach. So his father, of course, wants to make a comeback in football and playing in the Premier League. Let's see which club he goes to, as Camperdown in the attacking third. And we're just running into some traffic again.
I thought it was a foul initially on Grizzle, but wasn't called. Tried to continue, then lost it. I thought he might have called it back, the official.
Well, here's Mona. Gordon on it now, thinking of the shot. Takes the shot! Oh, that's brilliant! Shane Gordon! That was simply stunning. Mona's number 7 gets his 4th this season, and I'm not sure if you'll hit a better one than that. Camperdown 0, Mona 1.
How many times have we seen that in football? Something not called at one end, and then on the return, the opposition getting a goal. Great strike though, cutting in well onto the right foot. And goalkeeper Reed, no chance. Goalkeeper Jones, I should say.
Wonderful goal.
Of course, it was he,
Gordon.
who came on for Hibbert, the injured Hibbert. Didn't start the game. Shane Gordon, who was one of the considerations for man of the match against Wolmer's in the previous TV game.
Gordon with a free kick. That's a good delivery. That's a wonderful finish. Devontae McCray. Oh, did he rise so high to get his 3rd this season? And Camperdown respond immediately. 1-1.
Great move, Camperdown. Spoke about the fact that McCray was a great point man for them. Strong presence in the box. The ability to take the ball on the chest. He didn't need to take it this time on the chest, but certainly needed to put it away. That's a top header. Rose well, almost hung in the air. Look at how he spread himself. Yeah, well done. And then the extension of the neck, just to get the power behind it, the snap in the header to the far post. And even if the goalkeeper had tied the right way, he wouldn't have been keeping that out.
Really was a wonderful goal, and they're trying to get a second here. and it's going to be a corner kick awarded to Camperdown.
The defensive frailties of Mona there on open display for that particular goal. Had so much space. It was really a free header Devante McRae had, and none of the defenders had the presence of mind. I say that quite a lot to really close him down.
Again, giving up a chance from the left-hand side of their defense, Mona. That's where the free kick came from.
Well, here's the corner kick. And, everyone's head on that occasion. And Gordon has it for Mona. And he's trying to find Peralta. Peralta on it. Heads to the byline. Has one to aim for. And he was too far behind Donhue Mitchell on that occasion. And the Peralta hitting it straight to Wayne Jones.
Poor delivery by Peralta. That's going off the outside of his boot. He's a leading assist maker for Mona with 7 assists, Peralta. And I find more times than not he miscues his deliveries.
Here's Camperdown again in the attacking third. Oh, nice move. Oh, wonderful stuff. Can he put it back? He can't. I thought he had the chance to do so. And probably took a bubble.
He was fouled. And I think his teammates are saying, why did you stay up? Look at it here. Yeah, he was certainly fouled there, certainly clipped. Tried to keep playing. Credit to him. But then the ball went out for a goal kick. And it was same Grizzle who was dribbling on the previous ball when Mona scored. And I thought he was definitely fouled on the edge of the 18. It wasn't called. Mona got the ball back downfield and then got a goal of their own.
They're there for the water break now, and the teams will refresh themselves, but it's interesting. You make those points where Mona, my analyst Chris Taylor is insisting that there was an infringement on the play moments before Mona got the ball and went on to score themselves.
Yeah, I thought at first that the official tried to play the advantage, but then when there was no advantage, I thought he would have stopped the play, and it was in and around the 18-yard box. I'm not sure if it was inside or just outside. Nevertheless, not to take away anything from the strike of Gordon, of course. But yeah, great answer by Camperdown. They're certainly a much more confident unit since we've seen them, since we saw them first.
So this is the play that you're speaking of, Chris Taylor, that's coming up in Camperdown. They were attacking, and you said that there was an infringement. Let's see what happened here. Was that infringement on the play?
That wasn't the moment I was actually speaking of, but I'm not so sure I would have called that necessarily. He did tackle from behind, but it was actually in the 18-yard area of Mona. That's where the moment happened. It was on Camperdown were attacking, and it was on the 18-yard area of Mona just before that moment that we saw there. I can understand not calling a foul against Peralta there. I thought he actually that little
did well.
Yeah,
he did well to win it. Here's Peralta inside the box trying to get by Quan Brown. McRae does well as he hits it out wide. Was there a foul there? No, says the referee. Called an infringement on that play. Williams with the clearance, not cleared far enough. Gordon, Rajay Gray was in the way.
Mona definitely trying to up the ante in this one. 27 minutes gone in the encounter so far. They're having a good spell of possession.
According to Mona, here's the delivery. wasn't the best, was it? Camperdown in transition. They are sending players forward. Jardel Williams furthest forward. Grizzle. Williams calling for it. Grizzle sends it across to no one in particular, but it's kept in play by Ricketts, and it goes into touch for a throw into Mona. Gordon has it, looking to launch it long and wide. Ball played, well, almost played through, right? And this one is fired high. Gordon. Seems as if Zane Pinnock came on the park for, I think he came on for Siobhan Stevenson. I don't see Stevenson on the park. I'm going to try and get confirmation in short order. Yep, so Siobhan Stevenson is the one who's out. Zane Pinnock has replaced him.
Mona have used 2 windows. Then 7 substitutions allowed, 4 windows excluding half time. 1 with Hibbert and then Pinnock. Still doesn't look 100% though. Zane Pinnock still looks like there's a slight limp. It almost looks like it's now a trademark.
Ball sent inside the box and it's put behind.
Strong presence in the air for Devonta McRae. That time trying to flick it on from the back side of his head. If there's ever.
Oh, that's a mix-up at the back and it's gone into the net. Mona gets their second. Pinnock, who has just come on, has scored here for Mona. His 10th goal this season. And to talk about a quick impact coming off the bench, Zane Pinnock.
Yeah, very disappointing from a Camperdown perspective. That's really poor goalkeeping there by Jones. He's got to do better there, Jones. Not decisive. Don't think he should have come, but if you are going to come there, you have to come strong. Was in no man's land. His hands were down and didn't make himself big either. Pinnock the braver of the two, and because of that he scores. So both substitutes have scored for Mona. Gordon in the 22nd, Pinnock in the 31st. Yeah, all that hard work from Camperdown going down the drain, at least for the moment. Donovan Loftus, who is big on discipline and organization.
Trying to get by his mark and
certainly not happy about that.
The card is going to come out and is shown to McRae, who is surprised by it all, being in the referee's book after that infringement. Camperdown, they really need to maintain their discipline. It has been an issue in the past, even if you don't agree with the referee. Did catch Adriana Vassell.
Follow through.
Punted long.
I think what the official would have seen is that how high it went on the follow through, catching the knee. So McRae will have to be careful, but love how he battled McRae.
Gordon. Whitfield goes long. Delightfully done, but couldn't quite keep it in.
Top class pass by Whitfield. The ability to kick with both feet. Whitfield And that was a real searching pass.
Keeper's off his line. A big chance here for Camperdown to get the equalizer, and they do get it. Another immediate response from Devontae McCray, who gets his second of the game and fourth this season. And the goalkeeping errors for the last 2 goals. And here at Excelsior High, it's 2-2.
I was going to say, carbon copy at the opposite end. Indecisive goalkeeping by Mona this time, and Bernard, the captain, between the sticks. Not sure what he was coming to do there, Bernard. He was out of the area, so he couldn't use his hands. And miscommunication at the back for Mona. We've seen that quite a bit, even though they haven't been punished as much. And McCray is in no mood to miss those kinds of opportunities. He's really having a good game so far.
And we really expected that. We really expected that under sufficient pressure, Mona would leak in quite a few goals, and Camperdown hasn't really been able to turn all the screws that they'd want to, but they've done just enough, and it's 2-2 already.
Mona picking it up. Mitchell trying to get there, but Owen Jones moved quickest, and there's a distribution. Camperdown still with the possession though. Booming clearance that had to be made. Albina Gordon there on that occasion. Romarian Thomas. Is he ambitious enough to strike it from this distance, Thomas? He does strike it. Oh, it's wide of the back. He does have the power.
Has the control too. Definitely knows the angles. Wonder how well he does in geometry.
He certainly eats his Wheaties. Romarian Thomas. Lots of power, but really good technique as well.
Camperdown, oh, they have numbers forward. That should have been a better pass, but still an opportunity for McCray to try the snapshot, and Mona will now try and respond. And it's Thomas. Referee holding back the play and showing the yellow card to Carlton Brown of Mona for an infringement a little bit earlier. I do think Brown remembered it. That should be handled by Jones, and it is. There is always an outlet for Camperdown. As Mona, they do press high numbers. McCray controls well. Oh, nicely done by McCray. Grizzle lost it, trying to win it. He's a little terrier there sometimes, the number 7 from Camperdown. Gets it again. Grizzle ran into traffic. He's going to try and win it. And it's going to be called back for the challenge from Grizzle, who was a little bit too eager in trying to get the possession back. And it's a free kick to Mona. Gordon is down. Don't think he requires attention from off the bench. I don't think.
Grizzle certainly has been a live wire. His combination play with McCray has been very good. He really does good as an attacking midfielder, you could say, to push the tempo of the game forward.
Bernard, again he goes long. You usually see that in the NFL.
Has the bulk, Bernard, to play in that competition.
Nice dink inside the area. Peralta couldn't control first time. Ball comes in again and the keeper grabs it. No issues.
We've seen quite a few miscontrols from Peralta in the game against Wolmer's. See it here again. And the fine touch that especially someone on the offensive third needs. He really hasn't been that man.
No. He needs to improve his touch, Peralta. When the ball is steady, he is a okay pass of the ball, hence he has 7 assists.
McCray on it, 2 inside the box, waiting on that delivery. Mona plays down. It's won by Gordon, Robinho Gordon that is. And he's going to get some attention now, Zane Pinnock.
Hold it onto his thigh. A hamstring.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was actually touched. Pinnock. But I think he may just have felt something and gone down. You almost hope that it was a knock he received as opposed to him just going down like that, or if he felt something. And how many times have we seen this in sport? You have a little niggle and the body almost overcompensates and you pick up another injury. Don't think it's a hamstring injury though, but we'll find out in short order if he'll be able to continue, because he most certainly will not if it is a hamstring injury.
Already making 2 changes, Mona.
In 2 windows. I figured it was fair game on that occasion. Mario Thomas in the way of that clearance. Referee thinking it was a little bit too dangerous. A free kick for Mona High, and Gordon sends it long again, and the keeper doing just enough. He's down though. The referee stops the play for him to get some attention. He's fine now.
Quick recovery.
Yeah.
Just saying before that Pinnock seems to be back on the field of play.
So definitely not a hamstring injury.
Certainly not.
Let's see what happened here. Jones collecting. And the big frame of Donahue Mitchell. I'm not sure if he did a lot. He was supposed to attack the ball. And the keeper felt the connection, went down, got the call. Fair game.
Fair game.
I thought the call was a high boot against Gordon, but apparently there was another infringement on the play before. So they called back. Ball sent long. Chance here for Mitchell. Deflected effort, goes behind.
Did well to turn there, Mitchell. Really showing his attacking qualities. Really being able to be a point man. Turns well, shoots well.
Peralta to deliver. Taken short. Thomas, Peralta stabs it inside the box. There's an appeal for a handball that was never going to be given. Bristol trying to win it. Gordon was cool. Mackenzie wins it for Mona. Yeah, that was never going to be given. Well, free kick now to Mona. The wall being set up by Camperdown. It's Denzel McKenzie behind this one. Has a couple of goals to his name this season. Can he get a third? McKenzie had to be touched over by Jones, who's been desperately trying to make amends since conceding the second goal. Owain Jones in goal. But that wasn't a bad attempt by Denzel McKenzie.
Got it over the wall, had the right amount of swerve, and Jones did well to adjust his positioning and get it out.
There's a delivery. That's not a bad one, you know. And it's headed over the top. And that's it for the first half. So, goals galore in the first 45 minutes. Camperdown had to respond each time with an equalizer of their own through their number 9. And Devontae McCrae now has 4 goals this season. A couple of subs came on the park for Mona to make an impact. He was one of them, Zane Pinnock, scoring the second goal after Kishane Gordon had scored his 4th goal this season, along with his 6 assists. It's an interesting encounter we have here at Excelsior High, and it's 2-2 at the break.
So this is the first half. Highlights coming up in this encounter in Group E between Camperdown and Mona. 2-all the score at the halftime break. And let's see the action as it unfolded. Camperdown moving forward as they did quite often in this encounter. And here they got a free kick. Well struck. And the goalkeeper, Akeem Bernard of Mona, had to dive low quickly to get the danger away. Camperdown would keep the pressure going. And this attempt there from the number 7 junior Grizzle was not able to latch it on target. But on the other end of the field, here we see Mona coming forward, and this man, Kishane Gordon, picking the spot perfectly, beating the goalkeeper, Hawayne Jones, for pace and for placement. And that for his 4th goal of the season, Kishane Gordon, the number 7, who came on actually for Matthew Hibbert, who had some knee problems early. And look at that placement there. Just a few meters, inches really away from what you'd call the V, the pigeon, but good placement. Camperdown would respond. The captain, Devante McRae, he was so gracious in the air after that cross from Ronil Gordon. Great cross that, and great placement of the header, great power. And yes, he beats its chest because he knows he did well. Mona would get the ascendancy once more. This is the 31st minute. Huge error there by Hawayne Jones. And Zane Pinnock, who also came on as a substitute, held his own and was able to slot it home. 2-1 for Mona. Easy does it for him. He draws the arrow. But the response would come very soon after, in the 34th minute. After this build-up play, Grizzle there advancing, passing it forward, beating the keeper. And McRae getting the 2nd of the afternoon. And the keeper there really should have done better. Grizzle moving, yes, making the pass. And McRae, you don't expect such a point man to miss from there, and he didn't disappoint. While the armband was flaring, his feet certainly didn't flare. So 2-2. This was another attempt. Great shot that from Denzel McKenzie, but Hawayne Jones did well enough to keep it out. So the halftime stats: 5 shots on target for Mona, 4 for Camperdown. 5 shots, 4 on target for Mona, 3 for Camperdown. 8 fouls for Mona, 6 for Camperdown. A yellow card apiece, no offsides, no red cards, 4 corners split between them, and the possession 55 for Mona, 45 for Camperdown. And that's how we see it there in the first half, as we go to the fans in the stands with Janae.
Hi guys, I'm here with the fans in the stands, fans from both Camperdown and Mona. I'm here with the head boy and deputy head boy of Mona. How are you feeling about the match so far?
Well, I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling great, okay? Well, it's a really great feeling, but you know we're going to take the victory as usual.
And what do you guys think the score is going to be?
9-2 again. 9-2. Again. We're going to get a 5-2. No more for Camperdown.
And let's turn to the C-Down supporters. I hear you guys making a lot of noise in the back. What do you think the final score will be for today's match? 5-4. And who? Do you have any player on the team that you're looking out for?
Yes, Margaret.
So now, Mona, I want you to give me a little bit of advice from your team, Mona Pride.
Mona Pride. Well, look out for Daniel Mitchell, you know? Daniel Mitchell.
And let's look at a little bit of vibes from Camperdown.
action to look forward to on the Home of Champions on SportsMax Plus. We have the SSFL out of Trinidad and Tobago, Queen's Royal College against Presentation College. You can watch that match Saturday afternoon, 2:30, 3:30 p.m. ECT. We're going to be in Clarendon on Saturday as well. ISSA DaCosta Cup action continues on SportsMax. Garvin Maceo, the defending DaCosta Cup champions, they'll take on Veer Technical. That begins with a pre-game show at 2:30 p.m., 3:30 p.m. ECT. Back at Excelsior High, 2-2 between Camperdown High and Mona High. It's been an interesting game, a wonderful first half. We have seen some goals, and it's going to be interesting to see the story of the second half of this encounter.
It's a matter of who can adjust better or more fluidly.
George Davis would be happy with this, with the amount of goals. If he was covering it, you'd hear him say his average is looking excellent. We had 7 in the first game. We've had 4 so far here. 11 in a game and a half. We've been spoiled.
To an extent. Excelsior High is becoming that venue though.
Yeah. 8 the last time we were here.
It's
something in the grass.
It's a Manchester High of venues in the corporate area.
You have to cut the grass in the morning just before the game.
Moments before the game, as was the case this afternoon. Thought it wasn't going to be ready at one stage. It's not the greatest haircut, actually.
Wasn't all cut.
Exactly.
A mohawk of some sort.
Look at that crowd. Look at that support. Lots of people here for schoolboy football. I mean, albeit Excelsior is in session, so you would expect a lot of students.
Well, they were in session, but, but a lot of the students, they have remained to witness this match because they know it's a pretty big encounter in the context of this group.
Some of those students seem to be from Mona as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, lots of support here for both Mona
and
Camperdown. Too many supporters on the infield, so I think the officials have asked for them to go behind the fence, and that's why you see that massive exodus. Left side of screen. There's
Mona growing in popularity. Certainly the high-profile appointment of a technical director, the ilk of Craig Butler, would have certainly helped in that regard.
Yeah.
A lot of confidence. I saw a student yesterday in my own community, and he said, of course we're going to win it. Well, who doesn't say that in the first round?
Yeah, it was a piped dream a long time ago for Mona.
Craig Butler did make a big statement last season when he said he thought, when they asked him how far does he think he can go, he said we'll be going all the way. He doesn't come in it to do anything else, so he thinks he can win. He's been a bit more modest this season, but yeah, Mona have put together some really good performances, and I think rightfully so. They're a team to look out for in the rounds to come.
Certainly good on the attacking front. Against better oppositions, you definitely need tighter defenses.
Yeah, we did say that in the last game, and it's shown here. And Camperdown isn't the best attacking unit in the Manning Cup. So, as I said, as the rounds go by, they're going to be exploited a lot more, especially the left side of their defense is very weak. So let's see. I hope Craig
His rationale has been that they are not in it to win the tournament. It's really just to give an example of the system. But if the system fails defensively, what kind of example would that be?
That is the question, right? And more observations would have to be done to come to a conclusion as the second half is now underway here. Mona High with the possession, all squared at the start of this second half as Pinnock trying to send this one inside. Camperdown trying to play it out of their own half. Chance for Mona still. Big opportunity. Oh, he needed to have cracked that one. And in the end, it petered out for a goal kick. I knew Mitchell would be a little bit disappointed with the end result there.
He should be. Had a bit of space to really get a powerful kick. Just saw Camperdown really having the confidence to play very slick passes out of the back. So they're growing in confidence.
Ball sent over the top. He has some speed, Ricketts, and gets there. Ricketts inside the box. Ricketts! He fired that one home. Shelton Ricketts, just his second goal this season, but it's a big one against Mona High.
We spoke about the left-hand side of the Mona defense. It's exploited yet again. Poor defending there. Good work by Camperdown and Ricketts. Determination, resilience, strength as well. Got on the right side of the defender in his view. And what a shot into the far corner. No chance for Captain Akeem Bernard. Set himself well here, Ricketts, and yeah, thunderous strike into the far triangle. An advantage Camperdown.
They take the lead for the first time in this encounter. Camperdown High, 3-2 the score. How will Mona respond?
Haven't been behind in any of their encounters. 6 games played so far. This is the 7th. Let's see how they respond.
Peralta couldn't quite capture it. It goes through to Pinnock, who drives that one wide.
This has been their sternest test defensively, Mona, and already we are seeing exactly what we've been speaking about all along. And what I'm eager to see is not the fact that they have issues at the back, it's how they rectify them. That's what I want to see. How does Craig Butler change his tactics to bring a bit more solidity?
There is a challenge that was illegal, and the referee is set to take out his card here.
7 matches played, only 2 clean sheets Mona have kept. In fact, Camperdown have kept more clean sheets than Mona. Camperdown have 3. Mona only have 2, even though they've scored so many goals. Obviously, as I said, their aim is to outscore their opponents. Nothing is wrong with that. But you still need some semblance of defense. People like to say goals win matches, but defense wins tournaments.
This one sent high inside the box, not cleared properly. Now it is.
All the way clear. Really had a high line a while ago, and had it been a better clearance with a offensive outlet, they could have been in real problems, Mona.
Mitchell to Zane Pinnock. Thomas. Mona making a third change.
So they're taking out Carlton Brown, who has really struggled, who was playing left wing back, Carlton Brown. So understandable change. Let's see if it changes the quality though. Yeah, that was a poor challenge.
So Marlon Cunningham has just come on. Replacing the aforementioned Carlton Brown.
This was a dangerous challenge here. Not sure if it was. Oh, it was just run into the back and a kick to the side. Dangerous position. Zane Pinnock likes it. Whitfield as well. I like Whitfield from this angle though. Good with both feet, Whitfield. He scored from a similar angle early in the season. In fact, it was in the first match, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The 9-2.
It is Whitfield. I felt the ball was really close. That didn't look like 10 yards at all. The flag has gone up for offside. I don't think the referee has seen the assistant referee. There's the flag up for offside.
He still hasn't looked. Even though he hasn't looked.
No, he hasn't.
Wow.
Now he's seeing it to the relief of Camperdown High.
Needs to glance to his right though, referee Daly. I mean, nothing wrong with making the call initially if you hadn't seen, but still, 30 seconds before you glance, that's a bit long.
Mona pressing and trying to regain possession, trying to put Camperdown under some pressure.
My question to you was, had he not gone with the offside, was it a penalty he was signaling or a kick
it was
outside
a free kick on the edge of the box?
Oh, outside the box, okay.
Yeah. It was dramatic, but it wasn't that dramatic. Here's Grizzle going the distance. Just running out of room and was charged down all the way by Adriana Vassell. Good work by Vassell. Zane Pinnock decides to go goalwards. Jones showing that he's pretty competent. Maybe difficult though, the sun in his eyes.
And obviously Coach Donovan Loftus and Camperdown have adjusted accordingly as well. If you notice, the goalkeeper's kicks generally aim towards the right hand side of their attack, which is the left hand side of Mona's defense. And see here again.
Here they are coming forward. McRae was trying to send that one inside the box, and it goes behind for a goal kick.
Camperdown has made that adjustment, but they really haven't had the numbers going to the right side of attack, as was the case with the Wolmers. So the pass goes up to that left side of the defense, right side of attack, but the numbers to overload there miss it.
Actually, I don't think Wolmers had the numbers. I think it was just young Duhaney, the Wolmers number 21, very speedy on the right hand side, yeah. And Duhaney was really causing a lot of problems by himself. So the truth is, as you said, that side of the Mona defense, you don't really need a lot of numbers. You just need one player there, and it can cause a lot of problems, especially if he has pace and then can get the ball in. I would rather see McRae in a central position for the finish and someone else getting the ball to him.
Williams.
The unique feature of McRae's game is that he has the pace and the power as well, so you definitely need that for a quick break.
Well, speaking of pace, here's another pace merchant. Can he get the ball inside? Very good defending by Camperdown. And now they try to transition. Can they do so quickly?
In the first match we had said that it was very unusual not even to see a good enough striker from Camperdown. They've always been a school that have produced that one striker of quality or that one attacking player of quality. Juma Johnson. You think about Blackwood, their head boy and previous centre forward.
Bradford as well, Shaquille Bradford.
Shaquille Bradford, the current Premier League player with Waterhouse. Bradford for some seasons in the schoolboy football, especially through the first round, was like the leading goal scorer.
He was.
And if you want to go back in time, you could call the likes of Ricardo Fuller, who would have gone to school at Camperdown as well.
Camperdown will be making a change now.
Yeah.
And Jamara Johnson, who started for the first time this season, still need to be up to speed. He's going to be taken out. Francesco Reed is now on. Pinnock will get there. He goes down too easily. Was looking for a call, which didn't come. They give a possession, Camperdown. One by Grizzle. Williams to get there. Oh, he just needed one good pass and goes the other way. Gordon sends this one inside the area, headed away. You know, Camperdown can kill this off as a contest. On a couple of occasions, they've had so much space to make that transition into the attacking third. McKenzie gets the return ball, and they've lost out. Ball played out wide, too little on it. Nice find to Pinnock. Pinnock delivers back out to him, and he sends it not goalwards.
A bit of frustration seems to be setting in. They've never been under this level of pressure all season.
Just a couple stretches needed. And Shelton Ricketts is all better. They need him, Camperdown. The venue is jam-packed. I've never seen Excelsior High this full. Not even for their own home games. But it probably is because the Excelsior students are interested in this game, as well as the fact that the big contingent from Mona and another one from Camperdown also here.
Camperdown certainly not very far away. For those who might be wondering, 183, that's the bus route. We'll bring them right here.
I'm not sure why he actually allowed it to bounce. It's not the smoothest surface, and you really don't want to take that chance, but he did, Jones.
One thing I can say about Jones, he has a good delivery of the ball.
Even though at the current moment, as you're saying, Donald, the surface not the best in terms of evenness, I like the investment that Excelsior have made for the field here. At one stage, Excelsior used to struggle with grass and so on because of the multi-use of the field, but they've put in a sprinkler system, a hydration system. They've grassed it a lot better. Just a bit more care is needed to get the evenness going.
Gordon, Ranil Gordon. Oh, that's a good challenge coming in, denying Gordon to advance. Took forever to go down. The yellow card has come out, but hasn't been shown as yet. We've seen this before. Camperdown goes the other way though. Jay Gray looking for options. Not the best pass forward. Grizzlies there though. Couldn't collect. Nice turn by Mitchell. Sends it out wide. Looking for the return ball. Oh, was he cut down? Referee thinking. And what he's pointed for a free kick. And then this is going to go back to Harding. One of the Camperdown boys for the earlier infringement.
It should be Miller. They're number 5. What's this moment here? Was there a touch? Not so sure. He didn't blow for a foul, he blew for a goal kick. Yeah, it is Miller. Miller got the yellow card for the previous infringement.
Yeah, that's on Miller.
Which he couldn't get to produce the card, referee Daly, because they started back right away.
But I'm wondering though, if you didn't give a free kick just now, why wasn't the player given a yellow card for diving? If that's the case.
I'm not sure if he dived or he just went down. He didn't appeal.
Well, Yeah.
He was concentrating on the yellow he needed to give Miller.
He had several decisions to make in the moment. And, well, now the yellow cards are coming out. Aplenty. Who's gotten it now?
Reed, is it Francesco Reed?
Who just came on?
Who just came on.
Yeah.
Number 18.
Anyway, another free kick to Mona High.
And you do know you have a Romarion Thomas.
Yep, he's behind it.
Distance doesn't matter.
He's a sole participant. This one straight into the wall. And again, I don't think the wall was 10 yards back.
I wouldn't want to be in that wall. If he was kicking, I would be more than 10.
Gordon on it. Ronil Gordon for Camperdown. Getting some help from Grizzle. Grizzle needed a better outlet there. Francesca Reed was reaching there. Referee says play on. Zane Pinnock gets it. Loves this one inside the box, headed away. Mackenzie. Kashane Gordon lost it. Williams touches it forward. McRae, we haven't seen him in a bit of the action in a while. McRae. No, he was fouled. Free kick to Camperdown. Did enough there.
Yeah, I think it's actually working against Camperdown that he has to be pulled so wide. I mean, I understand the work of a forward. He will need to come wide at times and pull the line. But he's not getting enough support. So even a while ago, he was doing battle again. He was double teamed. Not much support there for him.
I'd love to see Grizzle move over right.
Correct.
Attack, yeah.
Allow McRae to play in the box. That's their best chance of getting additional goals. And in McRae, as I said, you have a point man that even if you don't have the numbers, he can hold up the ball and then wait for help. So yeah.
Well, Camperdown, they do have a free kick. They have sent bodies forward. Not a lot, mind you. There's delivery. Grizzle is there now. Needs some help himself. Grizzle sends this one. And the clearance is made. Oh, lovely first touch. And the second shot is wide of the mark. Trying to make an impact, as he's done in the past. Jardel Williams.
Has been more of a defensive midfielder in this particular encounter. Haven't really seen him go forward as much as his skill, I think, would allow.
Gordon. Here's Williams. First time over the top looking for Grizzle. Keeper comes out, does enough. Mona with the possession. They're down to 10 players at the moment. And there was an infringement there. Free kick to Mona High. That's Marlon Cunningham getting some attention now. Sun has left us, maybe for the final time this afternoon. Let's see what happened here. What caused Cunningham to go down? Yeah, that would cause anyone to go down, actually. A collision with Akeem Bernard.
He's like a freight train. 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah.
6'2", yeah.
And he isn't slim. Far from it.
There's just taking the water break just to refresh themselves, Craig Butler having a chat with some of the boys. Mona are virtually through to the next round, so they are not concerned by the result per se. Camperdown, they are more determined to move up the standings, so they'll gleefully accept the 3 points should it come their way.
What a turnaround it would be, though, if the game ends 3-2 or Camperdown even extending their lead. Turnaround from 9-2 to beating their the team that decimated them.
Yeah. Camperdown contingent looking pleased at the moment with the performance of their team. Some of the San Diego supporters, players, still in the venue after walking over Holy Trinity in the first game. Stewart with the rallying cry. Oh, really? Well then. Here we go. We're going to know.
And the match that they need to finish the 70 minute.
So, the play resumes. Mona delivers this one. Oh, that's a fabulous save. It really was. For Wayne Jones, using his reflex there to get behind that one.
Well placed header by Denzel McKenzie, the number 10 for Mona. But Jones was equal to the task, more than.
Williams though does well. Oh, still trying to supply it out wide and does a wonderful first touch. It's sent out wide to Grizzle. Grizzle trying to play McRae inside, I think. Took a deflection which went in favor of Akeem Bernard. Oh, we're in for a fantastic final 20 minutes or so, I think.
Again, on that offensive thrust from Camperdown, I really favor Grizzle.
What a save that was. That was a really good save. Mackenzie with the header. And he just made it look so easy. Here's the ball inside. Oh, the header. Wide of the mark. He was left in no man's land on this occasion. Wayne Jones. And Robinho Gordon flew in. Made the connection. And maybe was there a deflection? Well, a corner kick has been given. I don't see the deflection, but here's the corner kick at the near post, easily handled by Camperdown. Grizzle does well to win it. Now an outlet to McRae. McRae, trying to beat Marlon Cunningham. Was looking for a free kick that wasn't gonna go his way.
That's got to be a foul. That's certainly a foul on McRae. That's missed by the officials.
Now McRae goes down.
Definitely a foul by McRae. I don't know if the referee Dale was unsighted. Look at this. Certainly a foul there. The knee from the defender. Didn't play the ball any at all. Only played McRae. Obstructed him from moving forward. Anyhow.
Raymond Casey Graham.
Other results coming in. Jamaica College leads Cedar Grove by 2-0 in second half action. Based on results so far, you'd have to say Cedar Grove are doing well. To only be down by 2-0. Wolmer's lead Papine by 2-0 at half time. So that's obviously from this group, Wolmer's and Papine. Papine not in contention for a berth forward. But Wolmer's, who are in second position, that would put them at 15 points with a victory.
They've been, what, 3 points behind Mona? Should this result remain the same?
And Camperdown, for the time being, would move into third position because 3 points would take them to 11, which is 1 point ahead of Hydel on 10, but Hydel would have a game in hand. So the table getting closer and more competitive. And Donovan Loftus knows all about that. Of course, Heidel's match in this round is against Kingston High. Most would favour them to get 3 points there, but we've seen some strange results of recent. None more than St. Jago losing to Cedar Grove.
It's a throw that's been awarded to Mona High.
In fact, home school Excelsior have a match to be completed, which was completed today, and we're waiting the results. It was 0-0 after 70 minutes, and the match was suspended. They finished the match today, and let me tell you, that group is very interesting as well.
Ball played inside, trying to clear, manages to do so.
It is first against second in that group because Campion were in second position. But very tight between Kingston Technical, Excelsior and Campion College. I don't think Cumberland is far off the pace either.
Jardel Williams trying to send it out wide. Read all the way by Peralta, who boots it long. The keeper is off his line and will get there. Does enough. Does just enough to deny Mitchell. It's all Mona the last few minutes. Camperdown can't get a breather. McRae needs a little bit more strength to reach Grizzle. Gordon sends it out wide. Shelton Ricketts is there. Ricketts. Reed couldn't quite get there. And now Mitchell, Donhune Mitchell looks up. Has two to aim for and decides to go goalwards. I think he was looking for the pass actually. But it was miscued. Lovely take by Grizzle.
Lovely find as well by the goalkeeper. Jones.
Yeah, Hawayne Jones.
Yeah.
He has certainly made up for what took place on that second goal.
Yeah.
And he conceded.
His footwork, his delivery has been excellent. His passing, I should say.
So Mona, they have a free kick. Again, it's Romarion Thomas behind this. It's at an angle. I think he's going to be provider. And that's wonderfully delivered, you know. And it's put across the line. It's Pinnock again. He had loads of space inside the box, Zane Pinnock, to get his 11th goal this season. And they have the equalizer. 3-3 now. Well,
not sure what's happening here. The coaching staff of Camperdown are on the field. Donovan Loftus and company, they're saying they think it should have been offside. And saying the linesman was in the wrong position. I'm not sure what exactly happened. One thing it was sure, it was Robina Gordon to Zane Pinnock. I think the argument is that Gordon was outside of play. I don't think that's relevant if the ball is inside. It's where the ball is, not the man. And there's nothing to suggest that the ball had gone. Let's see it here.
But the ball was gone.
That angle is not conclusive. I'm sorry.
Well, he is in the air. He's upright. He's across the line, I think.
No, he's across the line, but remember, the entire ball has to pass the line. Wow, there's a red card shown.
Well, another Camperdown game, another red card.
That's Damian Stewart in picture there. Stu P. Stewart, former national player. I think he's trying to say to the rest of the staff that they need to be calm. Loftus has gotten a red card, and so has someone else from the management team.
Yeah, that will hurt him.
The goal stands. 2 off of the Camperdown bench. Yeah, expelled.
Well, what will the final 30 minutes bring?
At no point, though, should they be on the field. And I can understand you being frustrated by a call, but there's still a need to maintain discipline, especially you're dealing with the youngsters. You want to set the right example. 2 of them on the field dictating to the officials is not the way to go. I'm sorry, Donovan and company.
Really pointless, because it wouldn't have been overturned either way.
One thing for sure, it was a close call. Certainly agree that Gordon had jumped across the line, but as to whether all of the ball had crossed the line is inconclusive. So based on that, you have to go with the officials.
But another argument was that the assistant referee wasn't in the right place to adjudicate. So they were upset on a couple of fronts. Here's McRae.
It's not the first and it won't be the last.
Not the most convincing clearance that was. That pass wasn't convincing either.
Camperdown panicking a bit now at the back, in the back line.
Ball sent long. Jones comes out to collect.
One thing is for sure though, in the goal.
Well, here's Ricketts decides to go first time, and I'm not sure why. It was 3 against 3 on that occasion.
He spotted Bernard, who was off his line and not necessarily in the best position. Bernard, he was a bit in no man's land, and had that strike been on target, he could have been in problems. Bernard.
Well, Camperdown, they do have a corner kick. Let's see what they can do with this one. The delivery from Ricketts, headed away, cleared further up the park. Daquan Brown, too much on it from Brown.
And when we see the goal again, we're going to have a look at the red card, but if we were to see the goal again as well, the marking of Zane Pinnock, this is Loftus here on the field long. Look at where he is. He's in the middle of the 18-yard box there. I mean, he got out there. I have to ask him about his speed, because he was out there in a flash, Loftus.
He was.
And his assistant coach followed him as well.
Thomas lost it to Jardel Williams, who, well, Camperdown, the entire team is rattled now. They feel they are not getting any of the calls in their favor.
He was calling for the initial challenge before that one with Williams, but even the goal, how could Zane Pinnock have so much space in the 18-yard box to make that finish? If you look at where the defenders were, everybody was standing around. So yes, the ball went to the line. It was a good reverse, a header, diagonal header back towards the penalty spot, but no one marking.
Here's a corner kick, and Jones comes out to collect. Not sure why he decided to go long again.
Yeah, and McCrea was out of position, so there was no chance for him. Way too deep now, Camperdown.
Yeah, they're asking for trouble, I think. Ricketts loses that battle. Kashane Gordon trying to send that one inside the box, repelled by Camperdown. There's another whistle on the play. Ricketts is also down over on the far side.
He's off the field though, so play will continue. I think the coaching staff wanted him to stay on the field so that they would have stopped playing. I don't think Camperdown can afford to play with 10 men right now. They're up against it.
Well, they've made the change. Ricketts is off. And Nadio Lowe, the nephew of former national striker Nandi Lowe, is on the park. Let's see if he can make an impact for Camperdown. They're trying to find Lowe. Was out wide. He'll win this one, or he'll try to. Commits the foul. Still everything to play for. Ball over the top, but Jones saw it all the way. Asking Lowe to run and get it. I'm not sure if he's that type of player. He wins it though. Sends it out wide. Chance for Camperdown. It's Grizzle! It's wide! Another chance for Camperdown on a big end.
Nice ball by Lowe to Grizzle. Certainly does have the look of an Andy. Yeah, good strike there by Grizzle. He's been a live wire as well. McCrea looks a little tired. They're number 9. But yeah, Grizzle, that's the position he should be in. Allow McCrea to play in the middle of the park. The middle of the box.
Just about to say that, Chris.
Yeah.
So Lowe has come left in the attacking trio.
Ricketts did give everything. He's still on the turf on the far side. That's young Gordon, Ronil Gordon. And Romarian Thomas for Mona. Just getting a little bit of a cramp there. Donovan Loftus is still pacing. I'm assuming he's still trying to get the anger out of him.
Very passionate about his team and footballers generally. Even when he plays Loftus, it's a good characteristic to have. But as you said, there's a thin line. And I just have to think with him and the assistant ejected, how good is that for Camperdown in a moment like this where tactics is big and management is key at 3-all with 5 minutes to go and stoppages.
Marlon James is now on the park.
They need the 3 points, Camperdown. This would be a huge victory for them if they can pull it off. But if they lose with all that hard work that they are putting, it would be really deflating.
That's the thing, right? Having invested so much with your energy and effort in this game, and in their minds at the moment, even while they're playing, they feel as if they have been cheated. Can they elevate themselves in the last 5 minutes to get back in this contest? Mona, in the meantime, they're smelling blood, trying to capitalize themselves. That's St. Long looking for Pinnock, who gets there. Pinnock does well. Pinnock! Oh, this is An acrobatic effort that required Jones getting a touch, and it was Mabina Gordon inside the box. Wow.
I tell you what, he headed about 4 times. Made the pass. Mabina Gordon, if he had just get a better handle on that one.
I think it was going wide, but the keeper didn't know. Jardel Williams at the top of the box looking to set free striker. McRae, not as fit as he was at the start of the game. Peralta doing well at the back, mopping up. The flag has gone up for offside against Mackenzie, Denzel Mackenzie. Williams trying to switch the play again. Peralta intercepting.
That crossfield pass has been too inaccurate from Camperdown. Yes, there is Grizzle wide, but they haven't been able to find him in space.
This one is drilled inside, and its clearance is made by the Camperdown defense. Sean Miller was back there. Plays down for Camperdown. But Jake Gray long throw. Not clear properly. It's Mitchell! There it is! There's the winner Mona High we're looking for! And it had to be him! Their top goal scorer this season! In the right place, at the right time for Mona High! And in this 7-goal thriller, they have the lead!
This has turned out to be a real classic encounter. Camperdown versus Mona. The early encounter, you would not have expected that, but this one has really turned out big. Donu Mitchell there, 13 goals for the season now, at the right place at the right time, bang on target, showing why he has 13 goals. Not a fluke for a centre back being at the centre forward position.
Yeah, great strike. Kept his eye on the ball right throughout. Good technique as well. And yeah, went with it's almost the side of the foot as well. Great contact. And even though there has been quite a bit of heroics from Jones so far in the second half, none would keep out a strike of that quality. And as you said, Donald, it just had to be him. Leading goal scorer for Mona. He's been quiet all afternoon. Playing in that centre forward role, played at the start of the season as centre back, and now 13 goals in 7 games. Amazing. And must have said that Camperdown did look tired. They were panicking at the back, just clearing out the ball. Not much legs going forward anymore. McRae obviously tired. So yeah, just soaking up a lot of pressure. And eventually the pressure has told.
Pinnock on the ball. Zane Pinnock. Ball sent inside at the back post. Couldn't make a connection on that one on this occasion. Kashane Gordon. What is it? Minutes of stoppages to be played, by the way. There may be time for another twist or turn. Nobody there in the middle.
McRae certainly looking very tired. Doesn't have the burst of speed that made him so dangerous in the first half as a centre forward. He's just hanging in there.
As we take a look at the SportsMax app moment, and that was pretty early in the game here as Mona High took the lead, and it was a really good effort. Fantastic hit. It was finding the top corner, and really a top strike from Shane Gordon, who had just come onto the park as a substitute. That's a SportsMax app moment of the game. Low. Gordon. Low. Shane Gordon giving chase, applying the pressure, still running after all this time. One of the players of the game, I think, Shane Gordon, has been wonderful on the wing for Mona High. Romarian Thomas has also had a good game. It's difficult to choose a player of the game. Love to hear Chris Taylor and Dean Smith jump in at any moment.
Pinnock has had two.
Yeah, Pinnock has had a good game as well. I guess it's down to the wingers, right? Whether Zane Pinnock or Shane Gordon.
Incidentally, both of them substitutes. The only bad kick I've seen from this man all season, from Aaron Thomas.
Gordon picks it up for Camperdown and couldn't find Griswold. So Chris Taylor, you're going with Zane Pinnock?
Yeah, I think so, with the brace. Difficult decision, as you said. Quite a few of the Mona players, especially in the second half, really had good games. Thomas, Pinnock, Whitfield right throughout the game. First half going into the second as well from midfield. Can't say much about the defence line for Mona. And generally, even though Mitchell might have proved to score the winner, he's been quiet for most of the game. But yeah, and Kishane Gordon as well coming off the bench. But I think Zane Pinnock just pips them with the brace.
John Williams trying to pick up the pace for Camperdown. Can he start a play here which possibly could be the equalizer? Not if Mona has anything to do with it. Ball still in play. No, it's across the line for a goal kick to Camperdown. Well, a corner kick has been awarded now. That's a correct call. Corner kick to Camperdown.
The assistant initially signaled a goal kick, but I think that was a wrong decision. So referee Daly correcting him.
Yeah, a corner kick to Mona, by the way.
Yeah. I think this will be it.
Well, that's the most dramatic short corner I've ever seen in a football game. As Pinnock takes it and shields it, and wasn't quite sure what the infringement was there, Pinnock. Not a lot of time remaining. Williams. Low. That's all she wrote. A ding-dong battle. An end-to-end affair. A come-from-behind win. A 7-goal thriller. He did his best. Did McRae, had a couple of goals of his own as he helped Camperdown dig themselves out of a bit of a hole. Then they went in front. And it was Mona's turn to try and come out on top. And there's the winner from the big man up front for them, Donahue Mitchell, their number 5, who got his 13th goal this season in this matchup. Craig Butler's boys continue to march on in the group, chalking up yet another victory. Camperdown, they have it all to do. They probably need to be perfect from here on out and hope that other results go their way in order for them to stand any chance of progressing out of this group. They did put up a fight though under controversial circumstances. 4-3 the final score, Mona over Camperdown.
Full match highlights. And what a battle it was. Kishane Gordon opening the scoring after 22 minutes with this right-footed shot coming on as a substitute, and his 4th of the season. Lovely strike. Ball cross field to him, and yeah, into the top corner. No chance from Jones, who had a better second half than he did in the first. And Gordon, what an entrance, the number 7. Then Camperdown would answer right away. Delivery from the right side of the box into McRae, their number 9, their point man and striker, and a powerful header into the far corner. Good finish by McRae, and that was his 3rd of the season. McRae 1-1 after 23. Mona continuing to come forward, a real seesaw battle here. Not the best goalkeeping here by Jones, and it allowed the other substitute, Zane Pinnock, to score his 10th of the season. And he did really well to keep his concentration there and his focus, touching it into the far corner. And yeah, his 10th of the season, 2-1 then to Mona. Just when we thought this might have deflated Camperdown, they kept fighting, and then this moment, well done by Grizzle to fight and get a toe through to McRae, his striker. Not the best goalkeeping on this occasion from the captain Bernard, and McRae using his strength and his body to position himself well and toe it in for his 2nd of the game, his 4th of the season, and the 2nd for Camperdown on the afternoon. We were all square after 34, 2 apiece. Then to the second half, Camperdown this moment, he had exploited the left hand side of the Mona defence all afternoon, bearing a lot of fruit, and that the 3rd of them. Ricketts, their number 17, good strength here, shouldering and getting the better side of the defender. And look at that for a left-footed strike into the far corner. No chance for Akeem Bernard. And Ricketts with his 2nd of the season. Camperdown with a big lead at 3-2, trying to hold on. Donovan Ricketts in the midst of the celebration. But then, as the clock wound down, Mona, looking the fitter team, the more clinical team, soaking up the pressure was Camperdown and struggling at doing so. Played back by their number 9 Robina Gordon, and Zane Pinnock with his 2nd of the afternoon. 3-3. And then the winner. Only fitting for that man, Donahue Mitchell, to score the winner. A 12-goal man on the season, make that 13. and into the far corner. No chance for Jones. And 4-3 Mona. Their ascension, well, their maintenance at the top of the table continues. 4-3 after 90 minutes. What a result, what a game, what a tournament. It was all flowers for Mona at the end of it all. They won by 4-3. 9 shots, 8 on target for Mona. 4 from 7 for Camperdown. A busy day for referee Daly with 21 fouls committed, 4 yellow cards for Camperdown and 1 for Mona. They were offside twice and 4 saves for the Camperdown custodian in Jones. The majority of the possession for Mona and majority of the goals as well. They score the odd one in 7. They win by 4-3. Big result for Mona. They are at the top of the table, and we have the Digicel man of the match with us, Zane Pinnock.
Thanks a lot, Chris. I'm here with the man of the match, Zane Pinnock, wearing the number 11 jersey. Congratulations to you, Zane. That is your trophy. You can go home and put it up where you please. First, let me know, how do you think you played today?
Great, very great.
Yeah. A lot was going on the field, a lot of controversial stuff. How did you manage to keep yourself concentrating on the task at hand?
You know, as long as we play the system, no team in this Manning Cup can beat it.
So you think you can go on to win this one?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, we'll see you throughout the season. Congratulations again. Yeah, well done. Yeah, that was the man of the match, Zane Pinnock. Let's have a chat now with the coach of Mona High, Coach Craig Butler, who should be a very happy man. Coach, let me start by getting your assessment of the game.
I think that the game was a very competitive game. Camperdown had a lot to try and prove. They had been a team that had been winning over the years. Mona High School is a new school in terms of the football side, and they got beaten by 9 before, so they wanted to come back and prove a point. They got the main players back. We have been suffering some injuries, so we had a very short team today. Very limited changes, a lot of people playing injured, and we just stuck to our system and did what we knew was the right thing. And very confident and pleased with my players. We had to switch players around, and the fact that we have trained all our players to play every position really paid off for us, because while players were tired in one position, they could get a rest in another and play the system and stick to the system. So I'm proud of them, really proud of the entire team, the coaching staff, Kyle Butler, Winston, Taylor, Shelly McFarlane, Dane Peralta, all of them, all put out. The principal came out and did his part. Very proud of the team today.
Coach, quickly, this now you're in a good position to head on to the second round. How important was this game to boost the morale and the confidence of the team?
Well, we're a very confident team. We're a very confident team. Our goals are beyond the Manning Cup. All of these players want to become professional players. They want to see their families elevated, and we have great players like Leon and Kyle and Kevon Atkins and all of them that went before that set the examples for them. So they're really pushing hard to go to the next level. So for us, it was good.
Thank you so much, Coach.
You're welcome every time.
Coach, assistant coach from Camperdown. Coach, let's start with your assessment of the team's performance here today.
Well, I think the team performance was a good performance today. Played to instruction, and it was a fighting spirit from the team, but I think a few bad calls let us down today.
Yeah, I was going to come to that. The officiating, it seems at one point nothing was going Camperdown's way. Then the coach got a red card, Coach Donovan Lofters. Did that really play on the minds of the boys?
Yeah, you can see that played on the mind of the boys, because the boys were there and they always used to the coach on the sideline, and he was gone. But I think the calls of the referee killed the spirit of the team.
Well, you managed to get 3 goals here today. Still in a very competitive position for a second round spot. What's the movement from here?
Obviously, we're going to try and secure that going to the second round. So the whole is down now and they start working again.
Thank you so much, Coach.
All right, you're most welcome.
Yeah, it's going to be a tall order. It really is going to be a tall order for Camperdown to get out of this group, but they do have some matches to play, and we have some matches to broadcast to you. On Saturday, Gav Maceo against Veer Technical at 2:30 p.m., 3:30 p.m. ECT. You can watch that on SportsMax as well as on the